Hey guys, it's Dennis, the founder of Think Hero.
And I'm David Griffin, your resident comic book and video game guru.
And this is our review of, well, not a review, discussion
right, yeah.
of the newly released Batman picture. It's like the
Yeah.
first picture that we've seen the new Batman.
Right,
The,
yeah,
the,
Batfleck.
the Man of Steel 2, Zack Snyder, Batfleck, Ben Affleck playing Batman. At first, you know, we saw that Zack Snyder had released a picture of the Batmobile.
A little covered
yesterday.
up.
Yeah,
see the
covered
back,
up.
yeah.
And so no one had assumed that we were going to see the actual Batman suit. We thought, okay, we're going to see the full Batmobile tomorrow.
Yeah.
But instead, we got a big surprise, which was not only we see the Batmobile, we saw the new Batsuit, which is very Frank Miller, The Dark Knight Returns inspired.
Very.
What did you think of it?
It looks good. I mean, I guess it's funny, like this news obviously rocked Twitter. It was on USA Today. I hate, it's weird. I don't want to sound like a hater. I'm not. It looks fine. I like Frank Miller's story. I think watch Warner Brothers Animation just did parts 1 and part. They did a 2-part Dark Knight Returns, you know, animated movie. You would watch that. It's awesome. But I guess because we've had so much Batman lately, I'm not hungry for Batman right now. I mean, we just did Christopher Nolan's trilogy wrapped up about a year ago. So like I saw it, it looks cool, but it didn't like shake me like, oh man, like that's awesome. But it looks good. I'm happy with the direction they're going. I love the little bat ears, like the Frank Miller. He's got the small ears, and he even has that husky look. He looks husky, not like lean and I don't know what size Affleck's, how much weight he's gaining, but he looks like a little huskier, which I like. I like that story. I mean, it's one of my favorite Batman stories.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, how about you? I mean, were you like when you saw it, were you like, oh, this is cool, or I mean, what did you think when you saw it?
I thought it looked really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for me, because you know, I am a big fan of The Dark Knight Returns. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, total Frank Miller style with the short ears and the logo. If you see the logo,
big, bulky.
Like, I don't know if you guys seen it, which I'll put up the picture, but like there was the initial picture, and then there was a picture that people tweaked that raised all the brightness values that you would see in more detail the suit and the logo, but the logo is totally from, you know, The Dark Knight Returns.
Right, yeah.
And definitely the short ears. There were, I'd say in general, mostly positive responses, like on my Facebook and on Twitter were mostly positive. There were a few people that had complaints, and some people, you know, I saw some people, it's terrible. They didn't like the short ears, you know. They didn't like that at all.
You don't see it often in comics.
No, and they thought he was too fat and blah blah blah. I thought it looked pretty good. I like the look of it, you know, and you know, it's the direction they're going. They're going with the older, you know, Dark Knight Returns type of Batman. I mean, Ben Affleck is 40-something. They want to make him.
Yeah, he's not a kid anymore.
Yeah, this isn't a young Batman.
And I like too. What I like about it is, I mean, until well, not recently, but in the last like a few decades. I mean, like I loved Bruce Timm's version of Batman on Batman the Animated Series because he was kind of wide. All the people had big, wide shoulders. He wasn't jacked, like six-pack cut. I mean, he was a big, strong dude, kind of like what I really like Grant Morris's interpretation of Superman. You read All-Star Superman.
Yeah.
Frank Quietly did the art for that. I loved how he had Superman as this kind of big, husky Midwestern boy, or from Kansas, a farm boy, not some guy who works out at the gym and looks perfect. I was like, I kind of prefer that look. I think he looks cool like that as a 40-year-old person. Like you said, Ben Affleck is not a kid anymore. So I mean, I think it works.
Yeah, and he's also got
got tools.
And he's got the squarish chin that fits. He is a bit wider. Yeah, people were complaining about that.
Yeah.
They were looking for a more armor tactical look. But I mean, I think the suit is going to be it's going to be some sort of Kevlar, you know?
Yeah.
More Kevlar-like. He had the utility belt as well.
Right.
Okay, this is one random thing that people were saying, and I think it's just maybe a coincidence. There is, like, in the corner, I'll put up a picture here and zoom in on this. There is, like, in the corner, like,
the Joker.
Yeah, basically it kind of looks like a Joker face.
Right.
And so it's like, is that a coincidence, or is that like they did that on purpose, or it just happened to be that smoke in the Batmobile kind of made that, or maybe it's just an Easter egg that whoever was doing the Photoshop on this did that.
Yeah, I guess somebody that. Yeah, but that's a good question because I mean because you wonder what because they're building up. We know Justice League movies confirmed.
Yes.
It's greenlit. It's gonna happen. So, yeah, what cracks me up is, isn't this supposed to be a Superman sequel?
Yeah, and a Lex Luthor.
And a Lex Luthor. That's what's funny. It's like this seems like it's turning more into like a Batman movie.
Like we haven't seen
like where's Henry Cavill? I mean, we know what Henry Cavill looks like. We know what the suit looks like, but let's show a picture of Henry Cavill. Like we've seen, it's like a new Batman movie as opposed to a Superman movie.
Well, see, the thing is before earlier in our conversation, you had mentioned you're like, oh, we've had enough Batman. See, the thing is fans do not get enough of Batman.
No,
that's the thing. Is like they can eat up Batman all day, all night. So for them, like, yes, people in general like the Man of Steel reboot, whatever, this new universe. They liked it. There were some people that didn't, but in general, it made a lot of money. People are looking forward to it. But when it comes down to it,
Batman's always the biggest seller.
Yes,
in the comic book store,
Superman
Batman's
versus Batman. Yeah. It's always Batman. Look how many Batman comics there are.
Yeah, Superman does not.
Superman has a few, and then Batman has like a ton.
Batman. No, yeah, Batman is always the more popular. All the newest DC animated movies have all been Batman. Son of Batman just came out this past week. Video games.
Video games, all Batman.
There's a rumor that Rocksteady, who developed the Arkham City games, is developing a Superman story, but there's still no word of that because it's hard. Superman stories are hard to do.
What's he gonna do? He doesn't have a Batcave to be like, oh, here's these different areas I'm gonna go cover. He just flies,
Superman's not tactical.
No.
He just flies in and kicks, punches people. He's not tactical.
And you're so powerful. Like, the common criminal doesn't really do anything for you.
So I'll be curious as the movie, keeps going through production, we get close to the release date, if we're gonna start seeing. Eventually, we'll see Henry Cavill, of course. But like, how much are they just gonna keep teasing more Batman? But I guess he's the bigger news because we've seen Henry Cavill as Superman. We know what he can do. We haven't seen Ben Affleck as Batman. So I guess that's the bigger news.
That is, and I just think Batman in general is always
more popular,
always bigger news. Because even when the new Superman of Steel, they didn't
make Dark Knight money.
No, not only that, the fervor around it when they like showed the first Henry Cavill in the suit did not make these kind of waves.
No.
I mean, this went, Twitter was going nuts over this thing.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Batmobile?
It looks good. It's a combination of Nolan and
Burton,
which I think is perfect because I like that Nolan tried to make Batman like how he would really be in the real world. Like he probably wouldn't have a thing that looks like a Batmobile. No. I mean, he'd probably have like this armored tank.
Exactly.
But then the Tim Burton movie, the first one,
it looks cool.
I love the look of that one.
Yeah, it's got the aerodynamics.
It's got like the
wings.
shields. The shields come on. That was my favorite Batmobile ever. So I like that they're kind of combining the two.
Yeah, it's kind of got the look of the Burton one with the fins and the front where the little window is, but then it has the big giant tumbler style wheels.
So I think they're paying homage to both sides. I think it's good.
It looks smaller though.
It does. It's like only one person can probably fit in there. It's not going to have he's not going to be able to put Kim Basinger in the seat like Michael Keaton did back in the day. But no, it was good. I liked it.
All right, guys. So that's what we thought of the new Batman suit and Batmobile. Let us know what you think because I know you guys have tons of opinions. Yeah. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I noticed, I think most of the people who didn't like the short ears probably have never read The Dark Knight Returns.
Read The Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller in the mid-'80s,
So, let us know what you thought. You can post your comments below on our website, thinkhero.com, or on our YouTube channel, Think Hero Pro. Make sure to subscribe to that.
You also can find us on Twitter. Dennis and myself, we're at Think Hero. I'm at GriffinDE.
And we also have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/ThinkHeroFans. And make sure you like our videos and share them on Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff.